So it's been 25 years since the hovercraft made its last voyage across the English Channel, ending 4 decades of operation.
For the 80 million passengers who used the vessel, its speed made it a popular alternative to the ferry. That is until the opening of the Channel Tunnel.
Now, some of those who worked on it have been sharing their memories with our reporter Chrissy Reedy.
It carried passengers from Dover to Calais in 35 minutes. The hovercraft was all about speed.
On October the 1st, at 8:45 at night, landed the last craft on that beach.
Brian was captain. His dream job, he says, for 15 years.
You had your feet on rudder pedals like an aircraft. You had your left hand on a control yoke and your right hand on 4 throttles to control the thrust. I could have paid money to do that job, to drive that spaceship, £13 million worth, across the busiest waterway in the world at speeds of up to 60, 70 miles an hour.
It was the brainchild of engineer Christopher Cockerell. This was early testing on the Channel in Dover. The hovercraft could travel at speeds of 60 miles per hour. Bettina worked as a purserette.
People just wanted to have a great time, and of course when it set off, when it took off, if you like, be up and down, people be holding on to their drinks, and yeah, it was great fun. Then suddenly you arrive really after half an hour, and then you'd sit down, the steps would come out, people would get off, and within 10 minutes more people were getting on board again.
Services, however, wrapped up in 2000. Larger ferries, as well as the introduction of the Channel Tunnel, proved too much competition. For those involved, it was an emotional end of an era.
We watched it come to the beach, where on forward it tipped its nose 2 or 3 times to say, cheerio. And I looked round and everybody was crying. Yeah, there were even blokes were crying, because it was the end of an era. It was the end of something special.
All these years later, those who worked on the hovercraft are still reminiscing about their adventures. And this week, they'll celebrate its last landing 25 years on. Chrissy Reedy, BBC News, Dover.